Hello and welcome to Africa Focus News Update. From the busy trade corridors of the Horn to the shifting front lines of global power, we bring you the stories that define our time. My name is Maurice Mbugua and you're watching KOW TV. We begin our focus tonight with a heartbreaking scene from the Kenyan capital, Nairobi. Overnight, heavy rains turned the streets of Nairobi into lethal rivers, claiming at least 23 lives and leaving a trail of absolute devastation. From the informal settlements to the upmarket suburbs of Parklands, the city woke up to submerged homes, destroyed businesses, and a crippled infrastructure. The Kenya Red Cross has confirmed that the havoc isn't limited to the capital, with search and rescue teams deployed across several counties to pull residents from the rising waters. This disaster has ignited a firestorm of public anger. Residents have taken to social media to demand accountability from Governor Johnson Sakaja, pointing out that his 2022 promises to fix the city's drainage have quite literally washed away. Critics are calling this a massive indictment of the city's management, noting that fragmented interventions simply cannot handle the extreme weather cycles we are now seeing. With Kenya Airways forced to divert flights and vast swaths of farmland destroyed in other counties, the economic blow is as severe as the human one. Scientists have been sending warnings that East Africa is entering a period of extreme rainfall variability, and as neighboring Somalia and Ethiopia face similar threats, the question tonight is no longer when the rain will come, but why our city's drainage remains so unprepared to catch it. In a much-needed highlight of progress and stability, we turn our focus to Hargeisa. The Vice President of the Republic of Somaliland, His Excellency Mohamed Ali Al Abdi, officially commissioned a new multi-story extension at the Ministry of Justice headquarters this past Thursday. This modern facility represents a significant leap forward in the nation's efforts to professionalize its legal architecture and provide a better environment for the delivery of justice. During his tour of the new department, the Vice President was briefed by Justice Minister Yunus Ahmed Yunus on the ministry's expanding responsibilities. Now, addressing the gathered staff and the commander of the custodial corps, the Vice President praised the ministry for its vital service to society. He urged the officials to intensify their efforts, reminding them the Ministry of Justice holds a unique and sacred position in upholding the rule of law and ensuring national progress. This launch is seen as a clear signal that even as the region faces external pressures, Somaliland remains committed to strengthening the internal pillars of its statehood. However, the global horizon is darkening as oil prices have shattered the $100 ceiling late last week. Brent crude surged by 17% to reach $107 a barrel, a level of volatility we haven't witnessed since the initial shock of the Ukraine invasion in 2022. The catalyst for this spike is a double-edged sword of political and military escalation in the Middle East. Inside Tehran, the naming of the late Supreme Leader's son as the new head of the Islamic Republic has sent political uncertainty through the roof. At sea, the situation is even more lethal. Maritime data shows that around 10 vessels have been attacked near the Strait of Hormuz since Iran moved to block the waterway. This choke point usually handles 20% of the world's energy, but tanker traffic has reportedly plummeted by a staggering 90% in just 1 week. While Iran's foreign minister has insisted that they have no intention of closing the strait permanently, the Revolutionary Guard's earlier threats to ban any ship that attempts to cross have left markets in a state of uncontained panic. For Africa, this isn't just a headline, it is a direct threat to our transport costs, food prices, and manufacturing sectors. As traders weigh the risk of total supply disruption against failing diplomatic efforts, the continent must prepare for severe economic squeeze. And finally, we look at a quieter, more intimate tragedy unfolding in the cocoa forest of West Africa. In Ghana and Ivory Coast, the world's chocolate engine is stalling. Farmers are watching their harvested cocoa beans rot in storage because buyers are nowhere to be found. It is a stark reversal from last year when prices hit a historic $10,000 per ton. Back then, it looked like the millions of families who grow 2/3 of the world's cocoa might finally see their fair share of the wealth. Now, instead, the market has cooled and the farmers are once again being reminded that they do not own the terms of their labor. While the global chocolate industry is worth tens of billions of dollars, the people at its foundation are shielded from the upside of high prices by government-set caps. Yet they bear the full weight of the downside when the market dips. This frustration is driving a new economic trend. Younger generations are abandoning the farms, and some older farmers are turning to small-scale gold mining just to survive. If the world continues to ignore the vulnerability of these growers, we are not just looking at the loss of a crop, we are looking at the collapse of a way of life that has sustained West Africa for generations. And that is our report for this evening. From the flooded streets of Nairobi to the high-tech halls of Hargeisa, we remain your eyes on the stories that shape our world, stories that inspire Africa to move ahead. For the entire Africa Focus team here, my name is Maurice Mbugwa, and thank you for watching.